Hi guys, today I'm going to be teaching you the introduction to Pharaon by Gipsy Kings. This is a really beautiful song, and today, because it's the first step, we're going to be learning the introduction, and in the coming videos we're going to be learning the other parts. I'll play the introduction for you now so you can see what it sounds like. But that's the actual main bit of the piece. So that was up to the introduction, was up to where we had up to that last bit, and then you get into the main melody. So let's go into the next section of the video where I can explain to you how to play this introduction. We're working with 4 different chords here, and the great thing about these chords is that it's quite easy to move from one to the other. So I will have the diagrams here for you guys as well so you can follow along with me. Our first chord is a type of B minor. So you got your index finger here on the 2nd fret. So because we got a capo on the 2nd fret here, that would mean originally the 4th fret, but for now it is called the 2nd fret because that's where our default starts. So 2nd fret, considering we have the capo. That's a B, by the way. Again, considering we have the capo. And then you have this ring finger here on the 4th fret, which is an F sharp of the 4th string. And then this is a little bit tricky to see, but your 3rd string is completely open. And then your middle finger here on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, which is a D. And altogether, you're just playing from the 5th string. You're also playing the 4th string and the 3rd string and the 2nd, but you're not playing the top and the bottom strings. That's what it should sound like if you play them one by one. And that's what it sounds like together. So going from here where we had our first chord, all you have to do to reach this 2nd chord, you still have this shape of that B minor. Now to get to this G chord, all you do is take off this index finger. You still keep these 2 other ones here, and you put it on the 6th string 3rd fret, which is a G. And keep in mind that this time you are playing the 6th string. You're avoiding the 5th string because that's where your bass is now. It's on the 6th string instead of the 5th, but you're still playing strings 4, 3, 2, and still avoiding that top E string as well as that A string here, that 5th one here. So you got from here. If you want to change the chord, you move it to this bass. And that's it for that 2nd chord. To move from your 2nd chord, which is a G, to your 3rd chord, which is an E, if you heard me when I played this, I did. So I will teach you that in the next section, but all that is leading you to the next chord. So from the same position, you play that G, and then you move the index finger to the 2nd fret, and once you take that off and just play that open 6th string, as well as strings 4, 3, and 2, you still have these same 2 fingers from the 1st and the 2nd chords, and that's it. You get the 3rd chord, which is an E minor. So that's what it should sound like. You got the open 6th string, still got this one here on the 4th string, still got the open 3rd string, and still got the 2nd string 3rd fret. So, and I will teach you this in the next section, but if you want to go from here, all you do basically leads you with that bass into the next chord. So remember that for when the time comes. If we're picking it up from where we left it off here with the E minor, the next chord, it changes twice because it goes F sharp suspended, and then F sharp 7, and then again, and then goes into the actual song. So with this F sharp suspended chord, you get your finger and you bar it over the 2nd here. Now if you're having a little bit of trouble barring here, try it at first, but if you're having a little bit of trouble, I will link the video where I teach you how to strengthen your bar chords and play them more easily, so you can use that out as well. But we've got the bar chord. That's what it's going to sound like without any fingers. We want to get our ring finger, put it on the 4th fret of the 5th string here, like that. And then we get this pinky. You take it not to the 4th string, but to the 3rd string, same fret, so the 4th fret. And the rest of it, you just don't do anything. And I'm using this one to strengthen my bar chord. That's that. You play every string. That's what it should sound like when you pluck each string separately and then together. And all you have to do to change it to the F sharp 7 from that F sharp suspended, you get this middle finger and you put it here on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, as if you were going to play a full F sharp major chord, but then you take off your pinky. So you get. So one more time if we're comparing them. This is the suspended with the pinky, and then you add your middle finger and take away the pinky. Very important to know that this middle finger is on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, which is an A sharp or a B flat, which is what creates that 7th in that chord. On is our right hand part, which is quite important for you to play this. So it's kind of an arpeggio style. So we got P and A, your ring and your thumb, together. So if I'm using my B minor chord as an example, that's your first 2, and then you just use your middle finger and index, so you get, and then you just repeat ring, middle, index, 2 more times, ring, middle, index, ring, middle, index. So in total, all it is basically the first time you're using your thumb as a bass, but then you're just doing it 3 more times without the bass. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that rhythm is a little bit different to what's actually in the song, which is. So you want to incorporate that rhythm as well, but for practice at first, just do it straight with straight notes. So you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you do it with the next chord, and then you do so on with the next chord, and then it's a little bit different when we have the F sharp suspended and the other one, and I'm going to show you how that works now. This is the last section of the right hand part, which I do the strumming from the F sharp suspended chord into the F sharp 7 chord. It might be a little bit different than how some other people do, because everyone uses their own different style, but in the end, as long as it fits into the time frame and it sounds similar to what others are doing and what the Gipsy Kings are doing themselves, that's what we're looking for. So basically what I'm doing here is grabbing my F sharp suspended chord, down with my index, up with my index, down with my thumb, up with my thumb, and then another up with my thumb. So that's what I do with the first chord. Down, up, and then I finish with a downbeat on the second chord, and then I do a rasgueados, a very quick lick there. If you don't know how to do rasgueados, I'm going to put the link to the video here so you can watch that, because it's a little bit of a separate topic which you need to learn in order to be able to play this. But so we got. So I forgot to mention that when I do my second chord, when I do the down, I also like to do a hit of the bass with my thumb, and then the rasgueados. So we've got. Up, down. So the whole second chord is going to be the second part. Down, thumb, rasgueados, up, down. If I go from the start with the last 2 chords. Down, up, down, up, down, thumb, rasgueados, up, down. And then I repeat repeat that again. So faster motion is going to sound like this. And then that sets me up to go into the next bit, which we're not teaching in this video, but it's... So after you do that, so it sets you up quite well with the hand position to get into that melody straight away. So remember, we had down, up, down, up, down, thumb, rasgueados, up, down, then again. I suggest you get really familiar with the rasgueados because it's a very, very good flamenco and rumba technique that you're going to need as you start playing more. But practice this slowly at first, bit by bit, and then start to put it into actual speed. Even if you need to disregard the rhythm first, do that, and then start to implement the rhythm as it gets a little bit better. Okay guys, it's time to put everything we've learned together. Now I've also added in this extra section where I do into the tabs that I've written for you here today, so you can follow me. But basically all it is just so leading into the next chord, and you play the A with the P as well while you do it. But you can follow the tabs and use that and play it with me. Ready? We're going to do it at a moderate speed, similar to what the Gipsy Kings do, but a little bit slower. Ready, go. Next chord. And then you're ready to do the next bit. I'm going to teach this in the next video, but for now, let's do that section one more time, a little bit faster, so around maybe that speed. Ready? Go. Song. And one final tip is that when you're playing these little chords, you really want to emphasize this bass note as well as your ring finger, because that's the melodies. That's the main melody. Obviously you got those other rest of the notes that come in there as well, but you really want to emphasize them, so accent those. So bang, bang, that's where your beat falls. Come to here, you want to accent the first ones, the down ones. So that gives you the sense of the percussion that they use. When it goes a little bit faster, it's like, you know, let me play a faster example for you. You see the difference. See the complete difference when I'm using a strong bass and very strong downbeats, which is really important in flamenco and any other style that you're going to play as well. Okay guys, that's the ending for this lesson. That was the introduction to Pharaon by Gipsy Kings. Now I will be posting a full tutorial of this, so let me know how you guys like this one, what improvements I can make, or what other things you want added on in the next part. I'm going to be writing out some other tabs and everything as well, which I can give you guys access to completely for free, so you can follow along with the videos and obviously learn the song with me. I hope you enjoyed this, guys. If you did, don't forget to please give us a like and a subscribe. Get this intro down because we're getting ready for the actual song, which I'm going to be posting very soon. Looking forward to hearing from you guys. Thank you. Keep practicing. Bye-bye.